Well, hello, and welcome to After the Show. I'm your host, Crystal Vilkaitis. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the power of improving versus scale, grow, more. We're going to focus on improving. Before we do, I just want to share that this is going to be the last After the Show for a little bit. We're going to take a break, and something that you've heard me say a lot over the couple of years that we've had the podcast is the power of testing. And so we are going to do a little testing and see, do you, the listener, share feedback with us that you miss after the show? Are you enjoying after the show? Are you sad that it's gone? And then also we're going to look at our stats and look at our numbers and look at the metrics, because you've heard me say it a million times. There is power in the data. There is knowledge in the data. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here, is to take a peek at that. You know, as business owners, we should always be analyzing the things that we're putting out there, the content, what we're producing, our marketing, our funnels, our messaging, and really find what's working and then turn up the volume on the things that are working. And so we love doing this podcast. The podcast is not going anywhere. You always have our Sunday episodes where we interview somebody, but these shorter bite-sized after the show, we're going to take a little hiatus and get some feedback and measure the metrics. So if you do miss these shows or you love these shows, you got to let me know. The best way to do so is you can go into the Rooted in Retail Facebook group and share that you miss them. You can also email us. We are info@rootedinretail.com. So let us know. All right. Today's show, we are talking about the power of improving. And I absolutely loved my conversation with Jan this week. I was on my walk, as I always do, prepping for these after the shows, and I totally laughed several times. Like, I just love how she answered things. She's so real. She's got such great energy. And it was a rich conversation, that's for sure. But when Jan talked about, you know, how she doesn't want to build this big business of like multiple store locations and really going all in on e-com, she's really focused on her one store and very clear on what she wants. And she used the word improve, focusing on what I can improve versus the constant scale and growth. And sometimes that rat race or hamster wheel that we can be on as entrepreneurs of trying to grow and more. And so, and like she said in the episode, nothing against if that's what you want. It's just she got really clear on what she wanted. And here's the deal. This is where I think that word improve is so important, because if you focus on improving, there is a solid chance you're going to grow your business. There's a solid chance you're going to see more customers coming in the door, more repeat business, higher average sale price. Like, you're going to see more from efforts if you focus on improving. And this is all like, you know, beautiful timing, because today I'm filming this on April 28th. And today we have a live call with our Indera members about the unreasonable hospitality training that we have available for our Indera Pro members. It's our kickoff call. And in that unreasonable hospitality, I've talked about it on the show. This is based off of the book by Will Guidara. Him and I are training in this course on how to deliver incredible experiences. And part of the framework is you interrogate the customer journey. You look at every single touch point that your customer experiences from the second that they are trying to find the products you sell. So they might be Googling, they might be searching on social media, from, you know, driving to the store, walking into the store, shopping, checking out, going home, getting their email, getting a thank you, getting any kind of marketing materials from you, and then everything in between. There's a lot of touch points that happens within your store. And what we do in that course is there's a whole framework of walking you through how you're interrogating, you're putting it on the map, you're adding values to this. We're finding reoccurring moments too that only happen to some customers, like birthdays and anniversaries. We're also rating those experiences. And then we're looking at everything on how we can elevate. And of course, we don't look at all touch points. We pick, 3 touch points to start with. Again, whole framework on focusing on what we can do easy, middle of the road, audacious ideas. How do we actually execute this? How do we systematize our hospitality so it trains our team so that everybody is always doing the same thing? And we've improved and enhanced that touch point and that experience with our customers. That is a perfect example, focusing on improving what's already existing. I think so often entrepreneurs are very creative people and we like to launch new things and do new things. And and we're constantly building and bringing in new. But if we spend some of that energy really focused on the current, like you might have a really solid business right now or no energy or resources to do new, let's focus on what we currently have and how we can enhance those moments, how we can improve the experience, how we can improve the touch points. And again, that will grow your business. I know this course will grow our retailers' businesses. If they go through that course and they integrate and they systematize their hospitality, like I teach them, they will grow their store. They will have more money. They will have more customers. And often you're not working so hard to get customers in the door, because when you deliver an incredible experience that's memorable, your customers share that for you. They become your sales soldiers. They tell their friends and family. They go on social media and talk about you, making your marketing job so much easier. Let's not make it so hard on ourselves. How can we make it a little bit easier? And by giving your customer an incredible experience that they then market for you. And what happens, we all know the power of word of mouth. If my friend tells me that they had this amazing experience at the store and they felt so taken care of, when I need to buy that item, I'm going to go to that store. It's so important to deliver that amazing experience. And I think now more than ever, I mean, this has been independent retailers' advantage, is the ability to be so adaptable and elevate your customer touch points and elevate the experience right away. Like, this is something you could do today. You could improve one touch point and see a difference within your business. And for big boxes, that's harder. It's a bigger ship that they have to then turn and make those changes, where you're a little speedboat and can make changes really fast. It's so critical. This is so your time to shine. That's why I so believe it's the independent era. That's why we created Indera. Even now more, like it's end of April and we're starting to really feel some of these tariffs, and there's still a lot of unknowns. I mean, like, look, I'm reading all the things. I'm going to the webinars. I'm watching a lot of videos, doing my own research, and there are so many unknowns, but it's going to be challenging. I do think we're going to experience some challenges, and some retailers more than others. So now more than ever, because of tariffs, because of higher prices, because of these challenges that retail specifically is facing, improve your customer experience so they market for you, so they become loyal, so they buy with you more frequently, and create these experiences for them so they still come into your store, so they're still buying with you. And I've talked on previous episodes on how this might be the time to evolve and innovate and add new things and new revenue streams and all that might make sense for you, but that is new. Is there an opportunity for you to just improve? It often takes a lot less energy for us to improve something than to launch the new thing. And I know some of us are tired. I'm tired. Like the whole tariff, trying to stay on top of everything. It's a lot. And I can't imagine what our retailers are going through. I cannot imagine it. Try to be as gentle on yourself. Try to be as easy on yourself and focus on improving. It might mean too that we do have to launch new. We might have to jump into action. I'm not saying that at all, but I just want to really double down on the power of improving your customer experience and really analyzing those touch points to deliver this amazing experience and grow your store and stay in business and weather this storm. I talk so much about retailers being resilient. By having incredible experiences, and like I teach in the Unreasonable Hospitality course, one little change can make a world of difference. Your competitor, what we talk about in the course is really like, where are the missing elements that nobody else is thinking about? And how do you fine tune that? And how do you turn up the volume on that? Because your competitor is not thinking that way. A lot of people are freaking out right now. How about we get grounded and focus on what we can control, the customer experience, these touch points, and elevate the touch points to really become a resilient retailer. So that was my big takeaway from Jan's episode this week. I just thought it was a really powerful message that so many of us retailers need to hear, and small business owners need to hear. And so I hope that if you haven't listened to Jan's episode, you need to go back. You need to listen to it. It was so good. And if you want help with your unreasonable hospitality, with your customer experience, if you want to follow this framework, it's awesome framework. There's a great workbook that takes you through it. You should get your team involved in it as well. You can go to joinindera.com. That's join, IND, era.com to learn more. The pro level of membership is where you're going to access this training course. And you've got a lot of other great benefits in there as well. The small business flight plan course, which is foundational to a store's success, building the fundamentals. You get listed with pro membership, where we manage your local listings. This is all about local SEO. We do it for you. You don't have to do it. You get our community, you get AI training, you get some really great things that are helping support retail stores in this tough time and beyond. So I hope you join us. We'd love to have you in there. And thank you for listening, as always, to today's episode. Reminder, give us some feedback if you love these after the shows. If I don't hear from you, then that's feedback, right? So you could also leave a review on the podcast of something that you love from the after the shows, just so we can get that information from you. And I'll see you on our next episode, where I'm talking to Lucy, and Lucy is a student, and this is a very different type of conversation than I've had on the show. So I'm really excited because we get to learn from a young mind who's in school, and she's an interior designer. She's very talented, and I love the advice that she gives to our store owners. And so I think you're going to really, it's so like fresh and new. I love it. I really loved that conversation with Lucy. So make sure you tune into that episode. Thank you for listening. I am rooting for your success. Have a great week ahead. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Rooted in Retail podcast. It means the world to me to have you here. If you find value in this show and you listen on an iPhone, if you could leave a review on the Apple Podcast app, that would be amazing. And if you watch YouTube, if you're a YouTube subscriber, we film this. And so if you rather watch the show, you can also do that over on YouTube. Again, thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.